Togashi. I swear that nigga gone supposed to live, bro. I swear. Why the fuck gone so lame? What's up, y'all, man? It's your boy, DSSMP, aka the Prince of Neptune, and King Yang is here. And it's no offense to any, before anybody say anything, it's no offense to anybody that like gone flex or how to pronounce, I can't pronounce his last name, man. That's a travesty. Hey, it don't matter if you like the character or dislike it. I like characters that a lot of y'all probably dislike. Or maybe like, I don't know. But it doesn't change the fact, as a main character, to me, Gon is boring. Now, the show as a whole, yeah, it's but I'm gonna explain to you why I don't really fuck with the show in general. What's up, y'all? I'm gonna let y'all know now. This is not gonna be a whole breakdown analysis or none of that shit. This is just basically how I feel about the show, the characters, the arc, pace, etc., scenes, or if it is scenes that I want to talk about in this review as a whole. This is why I dislike Hunter x Hunter. Alright. Cue the intro. Alright, y'all, it's your boy DSSMP here. Unless y'all saw the title of the video of the anime I'm reviewing, or in this case, what I disliked about the anime is Hunter x Hunter. And like I stated before, I'm not finna sit here and I'm not finna give y'all all of the details just in case y'all want to watch the anime yourselves. And at the same time, I don't want to not talk about certain things that happen in the arcs because of the simple fact of they may or may not need to be discussed depending on why I dislike it or how I feel about a certain thing. Now, as in terms of the story and the characters, I will put something on the screen right now. If you was to look at this picture of these four people, which one of these people to you look like they supposed to be the main character? And I give you like 5 seconds to answer that, which you probably already know what the answer is, or who it is if you watch the show. It's the little kid in the middle with the green jumpsuit on, looking like Gohan from Return of Frieza. So these are the 4 characters of the show, and not really per se the main character because it's mostly Gon and Killua, the kid that's right next to Gon, but more so it's one of the things where, yeah, the main character is in the plot for the most part, but at the same time, he's not. Now, that could be a good thing and a bad thing. And we're going to discuss some of the reasons why it was kind of not good for me, per se. Out of all these characters on this screen that you see right now, only one of the characters, I won't even say stood out to me. I'll say is tolerable. And that's the one with the glasses. Why? Minus because he's comic relief, but it's mostly because of the fact that overall he actually has a pursuit, a career, a quote unquote, dream or ambition for him to actually pursue set thing in this universe. Now, not saying that he's the best out of the whole series because he's kind of not, sadly, but at the same time, he is not that bad of a character. Now, I know you're like, what's the plot of the story? Why you not talking about the other characters? Well, the plot of the story mostly in this anime is Gon, the main character you see in the green, trying to find his father. Now, granted, this is called Hunter x Hunter, but it's mostly about, for the most part in the anime, Gon trying to find his dad and become like his dad, which also could be a deadbeat, but also to become a hunter. Now, in the first couple of episodes, you see where he lives at and what does he do for the most part. This man is probably like, I want to say 12 or maybe 10 by himself with no parent supervision, fishing, catching fish like Goku did in OG Dragon Ball. And, granted, he has like parents in his life. He has a quote unquote emotional standings, and at least people to watch up, and look after him. But at the same time, I'm not gonna say they did a bad job. I just say that it's not really all that good. He told his aunt in the first couple of episodes that he feel like he's ready to go visit his dad and go find him because nobody knows where he's at. They didn't even give me the name of the character until like probably like a quarter of the way through. Hell, maybe probably at the end. His Aunt Mio or Mayo or however you want to pronounce the name, she was like, well, I can't stop you because you're gonna try to find your dad, and oh well, I don't want you to go, but I know you're gonna go anyway, and let this man go on about his business on the boat. Now he gets on the boat and he going going. He's going to this place where the hunter exams is being performed, which is basically their version of you being a bounty hunter on some Boba Fett type shit. But he meets his closest friends in these couple of episodes, which, like I said, is not a bad thing. And I get to them in a second once I introduce them. He meets Kahlua and Lucario. And every time I say that, I feel like I'm thinking about the Pokemon name. I don't know why. So, Lucario and Korapika or Kupapia, Karapika? Kupaki? Karakika. Anyway, he meets them on the boat and they're arguing about why, they want to be a hunter and why both of them are complete opposites of each other, but at the same time, man, they low key cool, and you'll see a lot of that banter going on in this anime. Now, at this point, I really didn't have no problems or concerns about this first arc, which, by the way, if you didn't know, it's called the Hunter Exams. So, at that point, I had no problem with the anime at this point. I'm getting the feel for the three characters. And they had to do this elimination process to see who's worthy to go to the next part of the exams as the preliminaries and shit. So they get there, they start, doing the elimination, start getting everything out the way, try to see who's the weakest or strongest out of the few. I'm trying not to spoil this as much as I can. I'm gonna be dodging a lot of stuff in terms of plot, just so I can tell y'all about my nitpicks about the series, I guess you should say. So, he meets a kid, Gone does, well, the whole group, but mostly Gone does, who out the gate, he already showing, I guess, promise, if you want to say that, to be strong in this universe or in this lore because of the simple fact that he had got poisoned by, and he also was there. I can't remember his name, fat dude. I probably put him up on the screen too. I can't remember his name. Saved my life because he wasn't important. He was just there for comic relief. So he gets there, and he gave him the soda. He was like, "Oh yeah, man, you probably thirsty, man. Come get something to drink." He drinks it. He like, "Nah, bro. I don't get poison. I know what you're trying to do. I'm an assassin." He didn't say that in dumb words, but the gist of it is that, oh, I can't get poison because I'm an assassin, man. I dealt with poison, man, my whole life. So I'm thinking to myself, oh, look at this badass little here, man. Look at him, man. He think he a badass, man. So going on into the exams, they dodge and do more trials and tribulations. They meet a couple of noticeable characters that you'll see later on in the arc. One dude who looks like he literally stole Piccolo's Trabant hat or Trabant hat or whatever you want to call it, the tribal hat. Like he stole his hat, man, and he just colored it yellow. and you meet another person in the arc who also has a also has a chick with a hat on that has like bees coming out of her head or whatever the case may be. So anyway, they get to the part where they have to go ahead and exchange numbers by pulling their hand in the box or something like that. And when doing this, they gotta catch whoever's number they draw. And so basically it becomes like a cat and mouse game, which is cool and all, I guess. But it really went cool when I was watching it, man. It was boring as fuck, man, for the most part. Gon has to get that's the man name, Hisoka's number, and he couldn't get it at one point because his aura, man, his nin, I guess, which we didn't figure out, how that shit works until like next arc or so, but his nin, man, was too strong and he was getting scared and shit to go pursue him. And everybody else was trying to get theirs and shit. Ain't really nothing notable happened except the random part where they was like in this tower. Well, nah, take that back. He did get Gon did get Hisoka's little name badge thing, and some black dude, bro, looking like he done came to come dance and at some Mardi Gras parade, bro. He came and sniped them with the little tranquilizing dark and shit after his 1v1, because he was talking about something. You was being told the whole time, and while you was telling him, you ain't gonna make it as a hunter doing that, etc., etc. But yeah, they was in this tower, which is in my opinion with the interesting parts was going on. So they was in this tower. They gotta go disactivate some shit. They did that to get towards the bottom of the tower, and it's record time. These niggas, some of them niggas was like, fuck it, we just gonna jump. They jumped in like some birds and then took them away or ate them both. I was like, damn, man, it's kind of crazy. But they did that. It was one fight there where Hisoka was fighting some dude, bruh. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, this dude was killing that shit. It was 100% 90s ish. But I ain't had no problem with that. I had a problem with the fucking fight itself. That fight, man, I was so disappointed. Oh man, I've been training for a long period of time to get you, Hisoka, man. A year and a half, almost 2 years. And this man, Hisoka, then bodied him under 2 to 3 minutes flat. It wasn't even no challenge, man. He like his power was, I guess, throwing some daggers, and the daggers were supposed to come back and hit the dude. And like it's like a boomerang daggers and shit. And Hisoka just basically killed him with his own weapon, which was disappointing because I was just thinking to myself like, damn, man, your power, that's your move, man. That's your power. I'm like, damn, man, you look the coolest fuck, but you a jobber, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. You you job to this man that looked like he supposed to be working with the King's Court and shit. So that happened. Also, gone in the gang, they went ahead and was fighting some people that went to jail for like other criminal activities. One went for gambling, other one went for mass murders, serial killings, etc., etc. And they was fighting. If they lose, they all die. If they win, the other people die supposedly, but we never saw it unless they got all screamed. So it was this one dude, this zombie dude, and he what it was. He had the little number on the back of his back, and so they was like, oh yeah, this should be easy for Karaka, man, but Karaka went in a rage because of the whole it killed my clan on some Sasuke type shit. So that happened, and the dude tried to play dead, which I thought was funny for like probably a minute. Then it got boring because it's just him telling like he tried to play dead for no reason at all, just doing it. And it was stalling the episode, stalling the arc and everything. So it got annoying at one point. But Yeah, man, that boy Karaka, man, he went crazy because the people with the spider on the back of their back killed his family. So it was whatever, man. But I'm just like, man, I don't really care about this edge lord like that to even sit there and be invested in this right now, man. So unless they show like some flashbacks, which they didn't in the show at all, then it don't make no sense for me to sit there and worry about this man and this art, especially since you only met him like a couple of episodes back, man, and he just came out the gate. Oh, I gotta look for these people, man. They killed my clan. I'm just like, damn, man. So you became a hunter just to avenge your clan. You don't need to be no hunter for that. But that's just me. Um, yeah. So that happened. Boy Lucario was fighting the gambler person, which I thought was funny, man. That whole scene, it wasn't even no fight. It was too funny, man. It was basically truth or dare, man. It was so funny. But that's probably one of the few funnier moments, in my opinion, from the show that actually made me laugh. Like, damn, man, this is silly in a good way. But after he won his little gamble, which it wasn't no gamble, man, for no no man that around his age. That wasn't no gamble. That was a win-win scenario, man. Um, Gone fought. I don't even remember who Gone fought. Gone fought somebody, and oh, they needed 5 people, so the fat dude from earlier was with him, but he didn't have to worry about doing much. He jobbed. He didn't have to worry about that. But I forgot who he fought. I think he fought the dude with the I forgot, bro. He'll probably be on the screen while I'm thinking about it now. But that's how man. Go on fight when it was boring as fuck, man. I forgot already. But that boy Kahlua though, man, that just appeared like not that long ago. He didn't ran in with the I move slow as fuck, man. I don't know what the hell you want to call that, man. The assassin's dash, I guess. I forgot what he called it, but he just moved in and then took that man heart, bruh, from the dude he was fighting, because he was like, I ain't fighting no kid, man. He was like, man, it's gonna be over. He was like, well, fuck it, man. I want to be free, so I'm gonna do it. But that boy didn't got one shot at, man. That man had his heart in his hand, man. Probably one of the most memorable scenes in the show. But that's only because of the fact, man, he just ran through somebody that I guess was a jobber. But even though he killed like thousands of people, but at the same time, he technically, you know, we technically seen it through a flashback. And then we technically don't know what his power was. He just was gonna come in swinging like it was a boxing match. But yeah, they did that. They got out. They all won. Like I said with the Hisoka thing, that happened. They was training at one point. I'm skipping around a bit. They were training at one point with some old dude who basically is the version of Master Roshi. They was doing that, and they had to take the ball from him, which technically didn't happen until like the next morning. But he was like, they showed promise. Then after that, they went to the final part of the tournament where it was basically like a last man standing match, man, in wrestling terms, because it was basically beat somebody up till they can't stand no more, man, or they quit, but they can't kill. So they had to use their abilities to do that. It was this one dude, man. This dude bald headed, man. He like a generic ninja from a fighting game. That dude, man, that's probably the best character, man, in the first arc, man. He came in for like a brief second earlier when Kahlua was trying to get them tags, man, and then he came in now fighting Gone. And man, showed no mercy, man. He went in and he did what he had to do, even though this man died to a 12-year-old kid. This man was like, man, I don't really care about losing an arm, man. I came to find my dad, and this man was like, oh no, y'all just gonna let this kid just say this shit, man? Y'all just gonna let me continue fighting him? He knocked him unconscious. He was like, all right, man, I ain't finna kill no 12-year-old. Man, go on warn this, man, because I can't kill no 12-year-old. That boy retarded, man. You know, that happened. And we had a flashback since he was the main protagonist, which is why I said, man, it don't make sense. Why it feels like it's supposed to be about these 4 characters, but the main protagonist this man knocked out, so we don't see the rest of the fight. We gotta see it via a flashback. And then when we do see it, it was so fast, man. You was just like, man, you could have showed that in the episode before, man. You didn't sat there and had this man be in a hospital bed to tell me that, man. We could come back to that later. But Kalur basically killed somebody, so he was disqualified as a hunter, which going on in future arcs, man, kind of don't really matter, man, because he was still with Gone and still doing stuff, man, that he was doing, and basically doing perfectly fine without having that damn license. But you need that license. That's like driving without a permit, man. You can drive, but you gotta have that permit, I guess. But he did that, and apparently everybody else passed low key. So I was just still kind of confused why that happened, because they really didn't need to happen. And especially since the next arc after this, man, was a tournament arc. But we get to that in another time, because even then that shit made no sense, man. We had 2 tournament arcs go back to back for no reason at all, just to say, oh yeah, man, here's an arc. Oh, here's another arc. And then the tournament arc, man, I thought it was gonna be good, but that shit was boring as fuck, man. That shit really was boring. Other than like 1 or 2 scenes that happened that I was interested in, the rest of that shit was boring as fuck. What's up, y'all? It's your boy DSSMP here. That's not really all of the video that I did originally for why I dislike Hunter x Hunter. It's just that for the most part, when I was doing it in Premiere, apparently some stuff got erased somehow. I don't know how, but we ain't gonna talk about it. Or I can't find the files. It's one of the two. So yeah, I'm gonna split this up into parts, so y'all can get it from like each arc, I guess. You should say from why I dislike the series and from my perspective and whatnot. But for the most part, that's basically like part 1 of the arc out of like 6. Was it 5 or 6 arcs? But anyway, I'm gonna do it like that because your boy can't find the rest of the files. I didn't got all the way close to like the 13 chairman exams, and the shit went all crazy, man. So if you like the video, man, make sure you comment, subscribe if you new, or you fuck with this shit. And who knows, man, I may do some more anime, man. So you can give me some anime suggestions at the bottom in the comment section, or I just probably just like do one randomly one day when I feel like it, or I do one on gaming too, because love some games, man. We all love games. Oh, I mean, that's pretty much it. I was gonna say something else. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, man. I mean, it's more Hunter x Hunter related dislikes of the series coming soon, man. Just part 1 of how many left. I think probably like 5, 6 arcs. But yeah. Anyway, I'm ranting now, man. But all right, y'all. I'll see y'all. Peace.